tell me walk one. Campus connection, yeah, that's a one now. Yeah, walk one from campus. How we are carry lot from campus. Come on, tell me walk one.
Good evening, and welcome to Campus Connection. It is Tuesday, March 10th, and we are about to have a wonderful show. I'm your host for today. My name is Anesta Samuels, and we're missing my co-host, Jonathan Fletcher, but we still expect that this will be a great show because we're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities. And Campus Connection is, of course, brought to you by the Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. They are Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. So let's hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Project Rock, we're rocking with that. Project Rebuild, overall and construct. The security force, yeah, we're looking at that. Better surroundings for a better state of mind. New vehicle mobilization, help secure our nation. Investing in facilities for modernization. It's rehabilitation, relieving frustration. Not just for the force, but for the citizens, them same one. Project Rock.
Building today for a safer tomorrow. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
All right, we just heard from our sponsors, and now I just want to welcome everyone to the show. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that your week is off to a good start so far, nothing too crazy. And we are live, guys. We're live on Facebook, on YouTube, on TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica. I would love if you could hop into our comment section and just, say hello. Let me know how your week is going so far. And most importantly, we do have a question or just something we want you to ponder for today's show. We want to hear from you concerning, do you feel like our young people are safe? When we talk about youth and peace and possibilities, do you feel like our campus sites are truly safe? And we're definitely going to be exploring that some more. So we want to stick and stay for our discussion segment because that's going to be a big part of our discussion on this topic. But before we even get there, we're going to our education news and bulletin feature. And of course, we have a powerful testimony lined up for you guys, brought to us by Aliana Spencer from the Glenmuir High School. I'm looking forward to her testimony and to just asking her a few questions as she's the the treasurer of Glenmuir High School's ISCF, their Inter-School Christian Fellowship. So yes, we definitely want to hear from Aliana in a few moments. And of course, as we mentioned, our discussion on youth, peace, and possibilities. So as you can see, lots in store for you on today's show. So please stay with us. We're going now to Education News and Bulletin, brought to us by Camille Lawrence, or Campus Consultant.
Education News and Bulletins for Tuesday, March 10, 2026. Education Ministry to increase number of deans of discipline in schools, says Morris Dixon. The government is looking at strengthening the Deans of Discipline program in schools as part of measures to better manage student behavior and prevent conflicts. Minister of Education, Skills, Youth and Information, Senator Dr. Nana Morris Dixon, in making the disclosure, said that the move is aimed at ensuring safer environments for learning. She was speaking during a visit to the Ocherius High School in St. Anne on Thursday, following the tragic death of a 16-year-old grade 10 student who was struck during a dispute with another pupil on Wednesday, March 4. The Education Ministry said that increasing the number of deans of discipline could provide additional support for principals and teachers in dealing with behavioral issues. She said that this was particularly necessary in large institutions where administrators must manage thousands of students daily. And now for the bulletins. Glenmuir High School ISCF Week begins Sunday, March 8, 2026, under the theme Fruitful, the Disciples' Proof. Week-long activities include midday prayer, movie day, sweet treats, and sweet blessings. They will end on Friday, March 13 with Quad Praise, praise that cannot be silent. Kingston College presents their ISCF Week Monday, March 9 to Friday, March 13. Week-long activities include Men's Talk, Christ, Identity, Purpose, Relationship, Worship and Fellowship, and a Treasure Hunt. The week will end with football and Bible quiz competitions against St. George's College. UTEC Jamaica Halls of Residence Joint Religious Committee presents Dorm Together Sing, Revealing the King, Sunday, March 15, starting at 7 p.m. Students $600, regular attendees $700, $800 at the gate. See you there. The St. Catherine High School ISCF Week 2026 will begin Sunday, March 15 and end on Saturday, March 21. The official church service will be held at Love Worship Center, 95 St. John's Road, St. Catherine at 9:30 a.m. The 14th Annual Health Fair will be held on Friday, March 20 under the theme The Healthy Way. The day will begin with a devotional concert featuring Ryan Testify Davis, Alicia Taylor, Minister Michaela Blake, Miss O. Thompson, Mrs. C. Mullings Wilson from Innswood High School, Nicolette Clayton, and the St. Catherine Dance Group. There will be free blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol, BMI, and hemoglobin tests sponsored by the National Health Fund. Dental cleaning will be offered by Wellington Dental for only $3,000 for children and $5,000 for adults. Extractions will be available for $5,000. Free HIV testing will be done by the Bashi bus crew. Enjoy booth displays, products, and services from ISCF Jamaica, Passion and Purity, Proactive Lifestyle, Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace, Ministry of Labor and Social Security, Consumer Affairs Commission, National Compliance and Regulatory Authority, Office of the Registrar General, VTDI, Hart NSDA Trust, RADA, JCDC, Infinity Cooperative Credit Union Limited, Jamaica Information Service, Yummy Bakery, PriceSmart Jamaica, and many more. Admission is free. Contact 876-456-7923 for more information. The Jubilee Worship Center presents the Interschool Worship Experience April 3, 2026 from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Anointed worship, dance, drama, fun, fellowship, and much more. Rep your school at 36 Valdez Road, Spanish Down, St. Catherine. Lunch will be provided. Don't miss it. That's the education news and bulletins for Campus Connection. I am Camille Lawrence.
All right. Thank you so much to Camille for the education news and bulletin. And I just wanted to remind you, everyone, we are live. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica. And I certainly hope to hear from you at some point during the show. You can hop onto the comments, or you can even send us a WhatsApp message. The number is 876-997-3125. I'd love to hear from you. We're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities. Now, that's a big deal, especially with everything happening in our society, on our campuses. How can we cultivate a safer campus environment for our students, for our young people, safer homes, safer communities? And that's one of the things we want to talk about, because the more safe you feel is the more likely that you will thrive, be successful, do well. And so we want to look into those things a little bit more. All right, so we have coming up in our I Chose Christ feature is Aliana Spencer. She is a Glenmuir High School student, and she has a powerful testimony of why she chose Christ and why you should too. So listen in and be blessed.
Good evening, listeners. My name is Aliana Spencer, and I am a lower 6 student at Glenmuir High School. And today I want to share a short testimony about how God has just transformed me, about how He has helped me. He has done things through me and with me that I never thought were possible. And just things that have grown my faith and shown me who God truly is and how powerful and how giving and good He is. So I am a science student. So in CSEC, my main subjects of focus were physics, chemistry, biology, along with the other 6 subjects that I did. So I want to talk about chemistry. For me, I've always done well. I've always known that, you just have to work hard with discipline to study and that you get results that you wanted. So I, in fourth form, was struggling a bit. I didn't fully understand all the content and I didn't do great on those tests and those exams. And even if I did do good, I still wasn't understanding. I was only swatting, so I wasn't able to use that after the test to help me. So in fifth form now, I'm like, all right, I'm going to try, I'm going to do better. I am going to push, I'm going to focus. I started going to extra class, doing all the quote unquote right things. And after getting back my first test grade, the test that I studied so much for that I thought I was going to do well on, I got back a grade that I wasn't pleased with. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. And I felt so disappointed. I felt so crushed. I'm like, why couldn't I just say what I wanted? I thought I did everything right. And in the class, I cried when I got back that grade. I cried so much. I was so disappointed. And after that, it was really an uphill battle. Even with my major internal exam in fifth form, I almost failed the paper too. And it was just really rough. When it came time for CSEC, I had started doing some extra classes, but I was doing a lot on my own. I was pushing, I was watching videos, doing other things, and I was praying. I'm like, God, please help me to understand, help me to retain, help me to do my best. And I put out my best effort. And before the exam, I just asked God for a spirit of peace and calm. And on the exam, I saw a few questions I really didn't know. They were worth a lot of marks as well. But I'm like, all right, I can't stress about it. I know I did well regardless. And when the results came back, to my shock, not only did I get a distinction in chemistry, but at prize giving, I found out that I got the highest chemistry grade in CSEC for the entire school. And that just shows that God can do things that you'd never think are possible. I would have never believed, to this day, I don't believe that I did that. I know that God worked a miracle through me to show persons in my life that He can do anything. I just want to end with, I chose Christ. You should too.
Wow, wow, wow. Powerful testimony there from Aliana Spencer. She said something very important that I just want to underscore. She said, God did something miraculous in her life to prove to those around her that He can do miraculous things. And that is so real and so encouraging. So if you're a student listening in, we'd love to hear your testimony of what God has done for you. Send your I Chose Christ testimony to Love101 Campus Connection at gmail.com. We would love to hear from you. So Aliana, you just heard her testimony, but I just want to bring her back on just to talk with her a little bit more, because one does not simply pass chemistry with flying colors. And not only that, she is also the president of the badminton club. She is the president of the Hispanic Culture Society. She's the treasurer of the ISCF, the Interschool Christian Fellowship, and she's an event coordinator for the student council there at Glenmuir. Now, I'm seeing a whole other list of things that she's doing in her community, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about it for herself. So, Aliana, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for being on with us.
Hi, welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Great. So, Aliana, I mean, there's so much to say about you, and we are going to a quick break, but just greet everybody, just say a hello to our audience, and just take us into a quick break.
Hi, good evening, listeners. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're feeling blessed today. And I just hope that this evening that you'll just be able to just learn more of what Jesus can do in your life and how you can use it. And I hope that this evening's show will bless you.
Love it. We're going to a quick break. When we return, more Campus Connection. Stay with us.
This is Love 101 FM, the family station. It's 5:45.
Project Rock, we're rocking with that. Project Rebuild, overall and construct. The security force, yeah, we're looking at that. Better surroundings for a better state of mind. New vehicle mobilization, help secure our nation. Investing in facilities for modernization. It's rehabilitation, relieving frustration. Not just for the force, but for the citizens, them say what? Project Rock.
Building today for a safer tomorrow. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Score with Coca-Cola and live your World Cup dream. We're giving you the chance to experience the 2026 FIFA World Cup live. Just buy a 355 or 591 milliliter Coca-Cola with a gold or black cap. Find your code under the cap and WhatsApp it to 876-789-8020. Then follow the steps. From now till April 30th, every code brings you closer to incredible prices and a trip you'll never forget. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is best experienced with Coca-Cola. Follow Coca-Cola Jamaica for updates. Authorized under Section 58 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica, are you ready? This is not just another church event. This is a prophetic revival coming to the island. Prophet Kofi Dancer will be live with miracles, breakthrough healing, and the prophetic word for this season. If you need answers, direction, or you're tired of the same struggle, this is the night for you. The Olympia Crown Hotel, 53 Mullans Road, Kingstown 10, from the 11th to the 12th of March at 7 p.m. Admission is free. Come early and don't miss what God is about to do. This is your moment. This is your revival.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. I'm Anessa, and missing our show today is my co-host Jonathan Fletcher, but we are poised to have a very, very good show. It all started when this young lady called Aliana Spencer gave a powerful testimony just now. If you missed that, you really missed something. But the good news is we do have her here. We can talk a little bit more with her. Aliana, welcome back. Tell us a little bit about some of the things you're involved in at school. You attend Glenmuir High School. Tell us a little bit about some of your involvement at school, your community involvement. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So, as stated before, I am the treasurer of the Interschool Christian Fellowship at school. I am the president and vice captain for the badminton club. I am the president for the Hispanic Culture Society. I have been 2 years in a row. I have headed fundraisers over the past academic year, which have funded a trip that we took to the Dominican Republic over the midterm break. I am a part of the Key Club at school as well as a peer council. I was also in the school choir for about 2 years.
Okay, and I see here you're the president of the Hispanic Culture Society. So you went to the Dominican Republic. Tell me a little bit more about, your experience traveling to another Caribbean nation, experiencing a different culture. What was that like?
It was a very beautiful experience. It was very eye-opening, not only about the culture, because their culture and architecture is deeply rooted in Spain. So all of their architecture looks old European, and they have the names of the streets on some of the buildings. Many of their roads, they aren't asphalt, they're bricks, like the decorated bricks. It was very interesting. Their culture is very rich, their food is really good. And it just opened my eyes to the importance of having a second language so that you're able to communicate and understand the persons that are around you.
Love it, love it, love it. So, Aliana, you're a student at Glenmuir, and already you've achieved so much, which is why we brought you on to Honor Roll. But tell us about how you manage time being a student while still being so very involved.
It's not easy, but what I think really helps is being disciplined because motivation is very fleeting. So being disciplined and managing my time is extremely important for me. I don't use most social media apps for the most part during school time. I don't have TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, anything like that. I just use YouTube. So I try to eliminate most distractions. I also use my time at school wisely. We have no contact sessions in sixth form. So I use them to get things done, whether it be in my leadership positions or for my IAs and my homework overall.
Wow. Do you feel like the use of social media is, I heard you say it feels like a distraction. Do you feel like just you taking time away from that, do you feel like that has contributed so far?
Yes, I do, because when I'm on social media, I am kind of disillusioned from the real world because I'm so caught up in a lot of the vanity and everything. Something that I have started thinking to myself is, on the internet, everyone is trying to just gain attention or put themselves out there, and sometimes it's not necessarily for the best things. And I don't want to be just another pretty face on the internet. I want to be someone who, not the first thing that someone will say about me is that, oh, she's so pretty. I want to be the things that I'm known for, to be more about my character, the things that I'm doing for others and doing for myself.
All right, Aliana, we still have you. Hi,
Yes,
Aliana.
I'm still here. Are you hearing me?
Yes, so Jermaine Johnson here, just um, filling in. So Anissa is going to be joined back in just a minute. Thank you so much.
Okay, no
All right,
problem.
Anissa, go ahead.
Yes, I do apologize for the technical difficulties there. But Aliana, I just want to pause and congratulate you. I see someone in the comments already doing that, but just based on everything you have achieved, but also the mindset I'm hearing, it's so very mature for your age. You're what, 17 years old? Um,
Yes, I am.
so as a 17-year-old high school student, heavily involved in your community, who would you say has contributed the most to your success, and your support system?
Well, firstly, definitely God. God has given me the strength to be able to manage everything that I'm in, because there have been times where I wanted to stop some of the things that I've been doing over the past years during high school, but God has given me the strength. He has given me the patience to do everything that I'm doing. But
Mhm.
outside of just God giving me the strength, my parents have definitely been invaluable in my high school journey so far. They have been the ones to keep me motivated, to keep me focused. There have
Mhm.
been times in lower forms where I haven't been as focused as I am now, and they've done things to remind me, to help me to keep focused, to keep disciplined. It's
Mhm.
something that they drill into me a lot, especially the mindset of delayed gratification. They have given me the support when I have needed extra help. So whether it's going to extra classes or helping me to study, to go over the material with me. Something
Wow.
that my dad introduced to me was using YouTube to teach me this stuff. So I think my parents have definitely been the biggest support system, and that the best parents I could ever ask for, because they've helped me to achieve so much.
Wow. And what would you say to our listeners who might be curious about, okay, what's next for you, Aliana? I see here that you are also a tutor. You tutor math, to CSEC students. So where are you headed career wise?
I would like to be a veterinarian. It is something that I've wanted to do since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
How it's what keeps me motivated, is what I remind myself of what I want to do. so that I can help stay focused. I want to study either in Trinidad and Tobago at the UWI St. Augustine campus, or I would study in the UK.
Oh, wow. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Listen, Aliana, I wish we had more time to really explore your story and give you an opportunity to share even more, but we're grateful for the time that we did have. Do you have anyone that you would like to just shout out and big up quickly as we jump to a quick break?
Yes, definitely. So firstly, I would like to just thank my parents, Laurie and Ingrid Spencer, for all of the support and the help that they've given me throughout my life. I'd also like to shout out my extended family who have just motivated me and helped me in various things throughout high school, as well as all my teachers at Glenmere who have given me the support and the knowledge to just be able to do well in my academics and help me to become a better leader.
Love it, love it, love it. Thank you so much, Aliano. And from all of us here at Campus Connection, we're rooting for you. We wish you all the best and just stay focused. Keep that mindset and that humility that you have. We appreciate you and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day.
All right, thank you. You just heard from Aliana Spencer. She's a student at Glenmere High School and doing big things, big things, big things. So these are the persons that we tend to spotlight on our honor roll segment because we're trying to give hope to this generation that no matter what background you come from, no matter what your circumstances are, you can excel, you can do well. The only thing stopping you is you, right? So we're jumping now to our next segment, which will be our discussion on youth, peace, and possibilities. And I definitely want to hear from you. So if you're just joining us, hop into the comment section. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok at Love 101 FM Jamaica. I'd love to hear from you. We're also taking your messages by WhatsApp. So if you can send us a voice message, a text message on WhatsApp, it's 876-997-3125. But we're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities. And we have coming up for this segment, Sergeant Andrew Williams from the Community Safety and Security Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We also have Celia Smith, President of the National Police Youth Club Council. And they are here with us just to kind of help us understand and appreciate the work that really goes into providing safety and peace for our young people. So hello to you, Sergeant Williams. Hello to you, Celia Smith. Welcome to the show, guys. Thank you so much for being on. Okay, I'm not hearing them just now, but I trust that we are going to resolve our technical issues shortly, and we'll be able to have them on board having a discussion with us about safety and security, youth, peace, and possibilities. We're going to a quick break, guys, but when we return, more Campus Connection. Stay with us.
I'm not allowed to go anywhere by myself. They're afraid I will escape.
See how my hand and face bruise up? They beat me just because I said I'm tired.
I'm only 13, but they said if I work harder, they will make me go back home.
Forced labor is one of the many forms of human trafficking. To report suspected cases of human trafficking, call the nearest police station, 119 or 888-PROTECT. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Hey my peeps, get this on the regular. Your HIV status if you consider. The least if you test once a year. Just 15 minutes and your status clear. Cause it might not show up on your timeline and you learn too late, so you're out of time. A progressive future, mandatory. Real long life, our story.
Remember, update your status in a real life. Go HIV test today.
Just 15 minutes and your status clear. Real long life, our story. Real long life for youth, coming from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
Jamaica is good, yeah. I make we enjoy life, but we feel safe at night. Jamaica is good.
Jamaica, stop the killing and give up the guns. Just live good now.
The time brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace is
6 o'clock.
Okay, where are the campus lights? Students are strapped up in a price.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. I'm Anesta and I am your host for today's show. Of course, we are brought to you by the Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. They are Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. So we're talking today about youth, peace, and possibilities. And we have some very special guests with us, Sergeant Andrew Williams, and he is the Community Safety and Security Branch from the Community Safety and Security Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We also have Celia Smith, the President of the National Police Youth Club Council. Now, just for context, when we're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities, a key part of this is community engagement efforts, which are led by, of course, the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And their focus really is to have initiatives such as the Police Youth Club movement, where young Jamaicans are provided with mentorship, leadership development, and opportunities for personal growth, while still fostering positive engagement with law enforcement. So the idea here is that there is the preventative side of crime prevention, where we focus, where the JCF focuses on getting young people more involved in creating a safe environment. And that's kind of what we want to explore on today's show. We have a vox pop for you all. We did ask our campusites, what does community policing mean to you? And we have some responses. So we'll take those responses now.
I believe that community policing is the community coming together to help lessen the crime rate in the community and to allow the police to be more aware of any activities that are illegal going on in the community.
To me, community policing means the police working closely with the residents of that said community, getting to know them and solving problems together instead of only showing up when there's trouble.
So community policing to me refers to when like law enforcement officers venture into a community and they partner with like schools, churches, and form youth clubs. Because in my community, there is a police youth club. And this is basically used as a strategy to maintain law and order. And it also increases the confidence that we as community members have in police, because, you know, they have a stigma attached to them. So yeah, and this basically improves the relationship with the community and the police.
All right. So you just heard from our campusites on what community policing.
What it means to me is working through problems efficiently throughout the community with the police in any major or minor communal problems, behavioral problems between any individual or any citizen in the community.
Community policing is about cops and locals who team up to talk about and figure out solutions for issues and also build trust, just like neighbors who look out for each other.
Community policing, to me, is about cops being a part of the neighborhood, not just enforcing laws. It's building trust, solving problems together, and preventing crime before it happens.
All right. So we just heard from our campusites on what does community policing mean to them. And we have a guest who will be joining us just to help us to understand it even more. We have Sergeant Andrew Williams from the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We also have Mr. Andre Harris, the Police
Are you
Youth
hearing?
Club. Yes, we're hearing you. We also have the Police Youth Club Council Vice President, Andre Harris. Welcome to the show as well, Andre Harris and Andrew Williams.
Welcome, Mama. It's a privilege to be
I'm
here.
not sure if you can hear me. I'm not hearing you.
Okay, I'm hearing you clearly. It seems he's having some technical difficulties hearing.
I'm hearing you.
Okay. So Andre Harris, who is our Police Youth Club Council Vice President, you're on, and just welcome to the show, first of all. I'm not sure how much of the Vox Pop you were able to catch, but our campusites were just sharing on what does community policing mean to them. And so I just wanted to pose that same question to you. What does it mean to you?
Campus policing is where police officers partner between police and resident in a positive way to solve crime. So it's that we're trying to the relationship where a member want to build that relationship where a person might see a crime. Wouldn't be hesitant to go to the police officer because they would have to trust the police officer, and other matters arising, they would be like the police become their family in that sense. So that's community policing.
And you're the vice president of the Police Youth Club Council.
You hear me?
Yes. So Andre, you're the vice president of the Police Youth Club Council. What does it mean to you to be a member of the National Police Youth Club?
Hello?
Yes, are you hearing me? It seems we're having some more technical difficulties here with our guests. And so we just want to find out a little bit more about our topic, youth, peace, and possibilities. I'm hoping we'll be able to get our connection a little bit more stable. But as you would have heard from Andre and our campusites, community policing, it's a big initiative that's being put on by the Jamaica Constabulary Force, and it's particularly through the Community Safety and Security Branch. Now, this is focused on prevention, trust building, and meaningful community partnerships. So the focus is to strengthen relationships between the police and the people they serve. And they use, of course, the Police Youth Club initiative as one of those ways that they provide mentorship, leadership development, and opportunities for personal growth. Now, one of the things that I do want to acknowledge is we see so much happening in our society when it comes to young people. And we just want to understand a little bit more from our guests in terms of what exactly is the Ministry of National Security and Peace emphasizing or doing to emphasize a stronger peace building approach to public safety. Would you be able to take that question?
sorry, was that question for me?
Yes, yes. That question was for you, Sergeant Williams. We wanted to understand a little bit more about what the Ministry of National Security and Peace has been doing to emphasize a stronger peace building approach to public safety.
Okay, a beautiful question. Thank you very much for that, and thank you very much for having me. I think, let me start by saying personally, I think that they are doing a wonderful job. It is programs like these that now allows us to showcase some of the programs that are out there. Now, I know that the ministry partners greatly with the Jamaica Constabulary Force, which is where I am from. We have this wonderful program as well called Live Good, that we go into different communities and we do and different schools. And you will always hear it. I think you've always heard it, that prevention is better than cure. It's a type of approach that you are able to motivate these youngsters from a very, very early age to show what is right from what is wrong. And I think in doing that, we'll have better citizens. But as it relates to the ministry and the Jamaica Constabulary Force, let's use the Community Safety and Security Branch, for example, which is where I am from. We are truly focused, and the ministry is focused on crime prevention through community engagement. And some of the ways we engage the communities are through widely publicized meetings where we meet with the community leaders, with the churches, with the non-governmental organizations. We go as far as going into the communities to establish crime prevention programs such as the Neighborhood Watch, we have, or Beach Watch, we have domestic violence centers, we have police youth clubs. And I know that we have somebody on from the Police Youth Club movement. We have police youth clubs in Portmore, in Manchester, and it's right across the island. We go as well into our schools, where we have the Safe School program. And with that, we have our school resource officers that operate within the schools right across the island and has wonderful programs such as mentorship programs, mediation, and anger management programs. So I genuinely think that we are moving in the right direction to create safer communities.
Yeah, it definitely sounds that way, and I'm grateful that we're finally able to have a good connection where I could even explore this some more with you, because I don't feel like a lot of people understand what peace building even is. And most people, when they think of it, they only think of it as it relates to countries that are at war. But what does peace building look like in our own Jamaican context, in our own campuses? How does it relate to our campus sites?
All right, permit me to paint a picture for you.
Okay.
Peace building, communities and campuses. Imagine for a moment a community with no boundaries, no violence. A community that focuses on fostering social cohesion and reducing violence through community-led initiatives and providing economic and educational opportunities to at-risk youth. A community that encourages dialogue instead of violence while supporting youth development. A community that has police officers at their, let me not say at your doorstep, but closer. And that's where we get into proximity policing, where your police officers are closer. And when we are closer, your reports are being appreciated quicker. Advice is given swifter. Your issues are resolved in a more timely manner. No, that is a picture that I want you to understand, that you have to help us to create. We all have a part to play in peace building. So we always used to say that a community raises the child. In peace building, we are looking at persons with the experience, we'll call the older folks, to be passing on this knowledge to the youngsters, for them to understand what peace truly looks like, and for them to understand their role in creating the community or the campus that they truly want to live.
Wow. I feel like that's something that many people would love to see happening, but we just don't know how to actually get there. And if you stay with us after this break, we're going to explore how we actually get from just imagining to actually achieving these types of communities. And so you definitely want to stay with us. We'll be back with more Campus Connection after these messages.
This is Love 101 FM, the family station. It's 6:15.
Your taxes hold the key. It's tax time. There are now 2 due dates for filing final income tax returns. All personal income tax returns for self-employed persons, individuals, partners, and partnerships must be filed and paid by March 16. For businesses, corporate income tax return is now due April 15. All estimated tax return filings and quarterly payments remain due on the 15th of March, June, September, and December. For details, visit jamaicatax.gov.jm or call 888-TAX-HELP. Tax Administration Jamaica, working together to serve you even better.
Project Rock, we're rocking with that. Project Rebuild, overall and construct the security force. Yeah, we're looking at that. Better surroundings for a better state of mind. New vehicle mobilization, help secure our nation. Investing in facilities for modernization. It's rehabilitation, relieving frustration. Not just for the folks, but for the citizens them same one. Project Rock.
Building today for a safer tomorrow. A message from the Ministry of National Security and Peace.
Okay, where are the campus heights? Students are strap up in a price.
Welcome back to Campus Connection. I'm Anesta and I'm your host for this program. We're talking about youth, peace, and possibilities. And just before the break, I was joined by my guest, Sergeant Andrew Williams, the Community Safety and Security Branch of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. And we also wanted to get a little bit more into it with him, and we're joined by Andre Harris from the Police Youth Club. He's the Vice President of the Police Youth Club Council. And so, gentlemen, we did pose another question to our campusites. How can police and communities work together to actually achieve some of the ideals that you discussed in terms of safer communities, safer campuses? And these were the responses from our campusites.
Police and communities can work together through watch programs, just like how neighbors would create a neighborhood watch program, community meetings, a monthly or bi-weekly meeting to just share concerns, share updates, problem solving together, so collaborative problem solving. It would also be really good if police would participate in local events.
Police and communities can work together through local meetings or joint initiatives like cleanups or programs where officers mentor youth, like a youth club, a community youth club, or they teach safety skills. So transparency and listening to residents' concerns, that helps build trust between police and community members.
Police and communities can work together by sharing information, building trust, and supporting each other to prevent crime. Regular meetings, reporting suspicious activities, and community policing can help keep neighborhoods safe.
Police and communities can work together through watch programs, just like how neighbors would create a neighborhood watch program, community meetings, a monthly or bi-weekly meeting to just share concerns, share updates, problem solving together, so collaborative problem solving. It would also be really good if police would participate in local events.
Police and communities can work together through local meetings or joint initiatives like cleanups or programs where officers mentor youth, like a youth club, a community youth club, or they teach safety skills. So transparency and listening to residents' concerns that helps build trust between police and community members.
All right. So we just heard from our campusites on what their take is on how police and communities can work together. Now, Andre, you are a member and vice president of the Police Youth Club. Tell us a little bit about some of the activities or programs that you participate in fostering peace and safety and security in your community. Andre, you could go ahead and unmute your microphone.
All right, good. I hope you are hearing me. Are you hearing me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, wonderful. Some of the activities that I participate in also is like when having like healthcare or youth forums. I make myself available to be there because when person see youth, to know that youths are involved and they can involve too. So one is youth forums and health fairs and even church service in the community. That these can speak volumes for youth when they see the movement even better.
It seems we're having a little bit of technical difficulties still with you, Andre, but I trust that we'll be able to get your volume just right. We weren't hearing you very clearly, but Sergeant Williams is still on with us, and Sergeant, help us to understand why it is that many young people who might be searching for purpose and different opportunities, what kind of skills do young people gain through the Police Youth Club program?
There's so many. Forgive me for getting excited. I love talking about Police Youth Club and the different opportunities. Any opportunity to promote the JCF and our transformation through people, quality, and technology is always welcomed. But the Police Youth Club started in 1954. Since then, we have had several programs that benefit some of our youngsters. Now, the gentleman who is speaking to you now is one of the persons too that has benefited greatly from opportunities from the Police Youth Club. We have had persons who have represented the youth-led organization overseas. So persons have been able to be exposed to the different leaders from different countries. We teach different skills, leadership, teamwork.
Sergeant, are you still there? Oh, it seems we're having some internet issues here. But
yes, are you hearing me now?
Yeah, yes, we're hearing you.
Okay.
So, Andre, we're hearing you much better now. I was asking Sergeant Williams, maybe you could add to what he was sharing in terms of what kind of skills do young people gain through being a part of the Police Youth Club?
Well, there are quite a number of skills, because one of the skills that we do, we ensure that the public speaking is the number one thing as well. We give them opportunity where we partner with High Trust NTA to get them certified in the skills of their choice. So these are, we push for education, and we push for person to be bold, to can speak up. in their daily life. So these are some good activities that we try to push education and be a mentor, not for them, but also they can mentor other young people. So those are some skills that we try our best to do from a national police youth club standpoint.
Okay. And in terms of some of the activities and programs that you participate in through the youth club, you had started, but we weren't able to hear your complete response. Was there anything you wanted to add to that?
Yes, definitely. When I was in St. Thomas, so one of the things is Heart Trust has been like a family. In all my skills that I have and acquire is through Heart and through Police Youth Club. Without Police Youth Club, I wouldn't be certified in supervisor management for agriculture and also business management through Heart, through Police Youth Club. And Police Youth Club has taken me in so many places. The job that I have now presently is through Police Youth Club. So it teach me how to become a man, teach me how to stood up to responsibility. And PYC is just, it opened a lot of doors for me. And I would love for young people to see it this way, that how I see it personally. But PYC is just, it opened a lot of gates and a lot of avenues for you.
So what I'm hearing, Andre, it sounds like there are so many opportunities available to our young people. And I thank you and Sergeant Williams for exposing our listeners to the opportunities that are available. But even as we get ready to close, can you tell us, just share a message with any of the parents, community leaders, any of the young people that might be listening in terms of what role can they play in building safe communities? Andrea, are you still with us?
To be done already. Can't do that.
Seems we're not hearing Andrew well. I don't know if Sergeant Williams, if you're on, if you would like to give any final words to our listeners. Doesn't seem to be coming through clearly. Well, folks, that's all we have for you today in our program. We certainly wanted to just get a little bit more into the topic of youth peace and possibilities, but unfortunately, we were not able to do so as much as we would like. We got bits and pieces, and these things happen when you're working with technology. Sometimes the issues arise, but the good news is there will be a part 2 to this discussion. So you can certainly look forward to us getting deeper into some of the opportunities that are available to our young people concerning the Police Youth Club and how they can actually use that to go forward in their career, in just every area of life. And so that's all we have time for today. I want to say a very special thank you to our producer, Jermaine Johnson, to technical support, Niku Angus, to Shania Smith, Daniel Cox, and David Sutton, Ruth Lawrence, Eden Palmer, Camille Lawrence, and Raquel Robertson for being the hardworking team that's working, trying to get these kinks resolved. And to our guests, Camille Lawrence, Aliana Spencer, Sergeant Andrew Williams, and of course, Andre Harris, who we heard from in our discussion segment. That's it for our show today here on Campus Connection, which is proudly brought to you by the Live Good Anti-Violence Campaign from the Ministry of National Security and Peace. They are Jamaica's partner in advancing progress and building peace. I want to say a special big up to all of the ICF groups that we mentioned in our program today. And from all of us here at Campus Connection, we will see you next week as we explore more things Wagwan on campus.
On the next mailbox, we'll be turning the spotlight on men's mental health. Men's mental health is a critical issue, and if not addressed correctly, may lead to suicide, often driven by reluctance to seek help and stigma. Common issues include depression, anxiety, PTSD, and substance misuse, which may manifest as anger, escapist behavior, or physical pain rather than sadness. You are invited to join the conversation with our special guest, Dr. Paul Smith, clinical psychologist and president of Jamaican Psychological Society, as he shares on key strategies to deal with mental health, including fostering communication, regular exercise, setting boundaries, and assessing professional support. That's Wednesday, March 11 at 5:30 p.m. only on the family station, Love 101, the mailbox, Monday.
You're tuned to Family Radio, broadcasting from Kingston, Jamaica. The time is now 6:30 p.m.